Wait.
Oh,
Fuck.
all right, now we're back.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Now That's a Podcast with Mother Body.
Now that's a
And
recap with
okay, with, with Mother Body and Henny.
Hi guys.
Okay, so today we're talking about episode 11 of Bad Boys Club Texas, titled "Are We Good?" So from the last episode, the whole situation with Raz B, didn't Jonathan backspaced him at the club, or was
Girl
that
straight deleted that motherfucker.
right?
Okay, right off
Control
the
Alt
document. Baby.
Jonathan Control Alt deleted his ass and pushed him back. So we left the last episode with that. Now from this episode beginning, okay, so it starts off with Adonis in Mo City talking. Orlando came with great energy. It had me cackling. I'm not going to lie, because where did this come from?
I need him back next season, 100%, because
No
he's
shade.
funny. He's the like him and Prince are like they're there for the comments every time. They're the
Most
perfect
definitely.
commentators.
He brings that. I feel like him, and Darrell, and I want to say Jonathan a little bit. They bring out that comedic relief of the little funny episode. Now, what I see,
Definitely like him and Prince, like that don't fight or anything.
most definitely, but they'll talk their shit. You get what I'm saying? And what I like about their characters, because out back in the day, back in Bad Girls Club, not I hate comparing stuff, but I just want to use it as an example. You all know it's always that one blonde, that one friendly person, that one person that always fighting and stuff. They have more than one person that's funny, and they also have all of them is with the shits. You get what I'm saying? It's always that one
Yeah.
person that is scared to fight or whatever the case may be. But yeah, so that Orlando talked to Adonis and Mo City. They talked about last night at Raz B. Adonis feels like that Raz B shouldn't be able to come back. What do you think?
So who was it in the kitchen? It was Adonis,
Mo City.
Orlando, and Mo City. There we go. Mo City
Yeah.
said he was okay with it, which is kind of funny.
Girl.
I mean, remember Recipe being in the club like,
It's the like, girl, like, did you even pinch the bitch?
where'd you even come from?
That's
Anyways,
what I'm saying.
if you don't know what we're referring to, on the last episode, Mo City kind of like snuck Raz B after he got, I guess we can say, really Control Alt deleted at that point in the club because he had already been backspaced in the studio.
Baby, he treated Raz B's face like it was a motherfucking profile on Tinder and just swiped his motherfucking fist off his face, girl. It's just like it didn't even have
He
to
was
get
looking
like
like a
where
swipe
did you
left
come
on
from?
Tinder. Okay,
No
so
shade. No shade. It's just like I never understood. I never understand most cities' altercation when it comes. Now I understand the Adonis thing because he wanted to stand his ground and prove and see what Adonis is really about. I understood that. But for you to put your hands on Raz B, again, it didn't have a situation to do with you. But I mean, hey,
So I feel okay. So Mo City said he was okay with him coming back. I'm like, okay, it makes sense. You don't really have beef, whatever. We'll talk about
right?
that more later when when we start talking more about Jonathan's birthday.
Okay.
But with Adonis, Adonis was like, I really don't think you should come back. But it all really sounded like they were all saying the same thing. Orlando, Adonis, and Mo City, they were all basically saying like he needs real help. Like it's
Most
very
definitely.
obvious that he does. So I mean that it seemed like they were all really saying the same thing, except Orlando and Mo City definitely wanted to be like, but he is a bad boy, so it's not like he shouldn't be here in general. He just needs to figure his own shit out first. And then, Adonis was just like, he shouldn't be here. Like, he needs to figure his own shit out, period. And I'm gonna have to say that I get why they did it the way they did it. So I can agree. Raz B is um like he is the definition of boy. He puts the boy in bad boy because
Most
he's
definitely.
from B2K. So
And
he's
I feel
from
like
like, the end of that B-boy era. So he puts the boy and bad boy, but he definitely needs to focus on himself first.
I hate to interrupt you, but I
No,
also
you're
feel like
good.
he was picked for a reason. Now, what the reason was, I'm not really sure what it was, but I mean, it can't just be because he's from B2K. It can't be.
It's not, but you know that it was like he was the most like he was the most controversial member of the group because of what he started to do on YouTube, like
Right.
putting out videos talking about him being sexually assaulted by people while he was in the group, as well as other group members. So, and he was like identified and like labeled, not identified, he was labeled as like crazy by everybody else. And he like recanted his statements. Not that that really means much in terms of sexual assault, but at the same
Let,
time, you know,
let me ask you
he
a
brought it back for
question.
a reason.
Let me ask you a question. So, do you feel like him being on the show made people think of him different than the YouTube videos, or do you feel like people still feel like he crazy, he needs help?
So that's why, I mean, I had already said, like, people watching these shows are most likely within, you know, like that millennial
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
generation. And I would hope that they do remember what we remember, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
he's not just like Raz B, okay, once upon a time was in a boy group. Like he grew up in the entertainment industry. So seeing him actually being crazy is like or actually being like not all the way there, like
You're
it
right.
makes sense. It makes sense. Like he grew up in the entertainment industry, and I think most cities said it like earlier on in one of these few episodes. I think maybe the first episode that we recapped, like
You talk
he
about the
mentioned like
situation
this
where
is
he said
probably the
that's
realest shit he's ever
real shit.
seen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Okay,
So yeah, he just needs to focus on himself. And yeah, the show did not make him look any saner than anyone thought.
it didn't.
No
Okay,
shade.
so Rellz Returns. I love Darrell. I like her. I really
I
do.
love Relly. Welcome back,
Okay,
Rellz.
okay. He
After getting
greeted.
his back blown out.
Girl, mind you, because that's not what he said in the last episode. Why he was supposed to
So were you going home
leave.
because your friend was in the hospital or because you were about to be put in the hospital?
Girl, because I'm just like, huh? Then Prince, and like it threw me off because I didn't know what they was talking about until Prince said conjugal visit. I said, you went to go see your nigga in jail, girl. I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at it, bitch. Cause I ain't mad at it. But that was
I'm
funny. I ain't
dead.
gonna lie.
I don't think he
That
went
was,
to go see him in jail.
but he said conjugal visit.
Yeah, but you have to be married. Um, you have to like file for that.
How you know he not married?
I don't know that. You're absolutely right.
Mm. But yeah, so
And
he
he
came
is
back
all
from
about
his,
his man, my man, my man, my man, my
my man,
man.
my man. What was it? What's his name? Phil. I think it was Phil.
Oh, that sounds like a husband name. Okay.
You get what I'm
Let's
saying?
give it a conjugal visit, Phil.
Even conjugal. But okay, so Darrell comes back. He's greeted by Chef Boyardee, Banga, and Prince. They're all playing pool. They catch Darrell up with the situation. I mean, about Jonathan's birthday. That's I'm guessing the same night or the same day that they're in. Okay, so they talk about Jonathan's birthday. Um, Chef D and Prince explains further what happened at the studio because he wasn't there making music with them
Mm-hmm.
because he had to went out of town. So they talked about the knife situation. Um, again, still talking about Raz B. Feel like he should come back or he shouldn't. I just feel like this whole episode was basically about Raz B and Jonathan's birthday. That was just what the
Agreed.
whole episode was.
Um, I mean, I like that everybody was just kind of like they really don't care, but they, you know, at the end of the day, it's like, do I basically want to continue giving this person screen time?
Right, right, right.
That's really what the vote is. And I thought it was cute that most of everyone was just kind of like, we can put it aside, we don't care, which is exactly what boys should do. You know what I mean? Like, no gender roles, you know what I mean? But like, period, that's how bad boys should be, and that's how we expect it to be. We shouldn't be able to compare it to Bad Girls Club. Like, Bad Girls Club is like we beefing, it's on site. Like, I'm gonna beat your ass every time I fucking see you, bitch. I don't give a fuck. But like with the bad boys, it's like, okay, I'm gonna piece you up and then we're gonna be cool. And
Yeah, I
that's how
like
it
that.
should be. So then they get to the bag because they have like more steps to take. Whereas like Baddies was around before. Like you guys need to be really, really focused on the bag, okay?
Okay, I fucks with that, and I'm happy that you have brought up how the bad boys they duke it out, then they get cool with it
Mm-hmm.
with each other after, which I'm gonna talk about again later on. So moving forward, the boys pack up from Fort Worth to Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this was the most dumbest argument that I have seen. You heard when they was arguing about the difference between getting locked up and going to jail.
Girl,
I didn't see what was the whole point of that argument because
I
both
kind of got it. I got what Banga was saying. Like Banga's like, that's not real jail. Like, don't say that you've been locked up if you was just in a holding cell. So I
Gotcha.
get
Okay.
that, but at the same
Okay.
time, they were like, okay, but that's still jail. Like it's still a jail facility.
Okay. So now that you said that, I kind of understand the dynamic of the argument. Vega
Yes, it seems like there
made
was
it into a
layers.
different. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Vega is a different way, and Prince saw it as like how he feel like everybody sees it. Okay, I get it. I get it. um, what do you what you feel about the argument? Do you feel like going to jail and being in a holding cell is the same thing, or
Have you been
like
to jail?
I've been in a holding cell?
Me too. So I've been to jail. So we're
So
not
yeah,
about to
so
be
I can understand.
calling the whole cell jail, bitch. I've
So I
never been to
understand.
jail.
Okay. Okay, but yeah, okay, so I understand. So Bagel's
Look, I've
outlawed.
been handcuffed, but I've been to
Girl,
jail.
girl. Bitch. Oh my God. No. So no, like
So
for
I'm
real, I
on
understand.
Vegas side. Fuck
No,
everybody.
no, most definitely. Most definitely. I understand where Bagel's coming from now. I definitely understand. Okay. So the boys arrive at Dallas. They find their rooms. You know how that goes. They find their rooms. Um,
Yeah.
Darrell kicks out Adonis. I thought this was funny. Because I already knew what was going through. I already knew what was going through Darrell. Bitch, I'm not gonna share my room with Adonis. You get what I'm saying? Bitch, you're gonna go with Carry On, and I'm gonna have this room to myself. And then he
That
threw it
makes
at,
sense.
and then he threw it as a lot. Oh, a replacement shouldn't be that, which I can understand. I definitely
He didn't
understood
want to
that.
share a room, period. Darrell wasn't
But
finished. He wasn't gonna share a room, period.
I think, well, I feel like it wasn't that he didn't want to share a room. It's the person that he was going to share the room with.
I think he wasn't going to, period. Because he went upstairs, him and Banga were like, oh my Banga's impression of him was perfect. It,
It's hilarious.
he did it so well. I cannot do it that well. But he just didn't want to share a room, period. Because he was trying to get
No,
Bang out of
no.
that. Banga's like, girl. And then he goes down and how Carry On said it was that Carry On, like Carry On took Dorelli's stuff out and then and put it in Adonis's room, and then Darrell took Adonis stuff out in the room with
He was
Carry
slick.
On.
He was slick,
Yes,
and I
slick,
fucks with it.
slick.
Real slick.
Yes, I fuck with that. I was like, it's giving.
Him, this
Not to bring
smart.
up Bad Girls Club again, but what was her name? She wasn't gonna fight no bitch to get her out the house. She packed her shit and she used the house phone to say, "Yes, this is so and so. Yeah, I'm ready to go home. My bags are packed." The security escorted this bitch out with her suitcases and everything, and she really let these people walk her out the house and send her ass home,
I'm
100%.
trying to figure out who you're talking about because that do
What
sound.
season was that? Oh my
I
gosh.
don't know, but
Bad
yeah.
Girls Club. It was a it was
What
a
was it?
skinny.
New Orleans?
No, it was Tanisha's season, so it was a skinny black girl. Poor, no,
Lyric.
no.
He's a black. The past is in the past,
Right,
anyways.
and she's cute now, and she has like kids and
Not
stuff. It
now. She
doesn't
wasn't cute
matter.
then. She wasn't cute then.
You know what I mean? Like she's cute now. She has two kids, and she makes like funny videos with them. But she was real
Okay.
cool with I know exactly who fucked with my contacts. Her
Girl, you talking about New Orleans, Tierra.
Tiara. There we go. It's like I know her name starts with
But
a T.
no. Tierra didn't leave. She stayed till the end. I'm
She
telling you,
didn't leave. She didn't leave. She kicked somebody out.
that white girl.
She called and
I
acted like
know
she
who you're
was the
talking
girl
about.
and packed her shit
Mhm.
up.
And what? Okay, no, I remember the whole situation. What it was is that Tierra said it was the last day. No, it was the day before the last day. Tierra had called a cab for old girl, and then she had got her stuff downstairs, and then she
Yes.
made it seem like she
She
made it seem
told them
like
she was
okay,
ready
you're
to
about to
go
leave.
home.
Smart, yeah.
She didn't
I
lay a
love
hand on
Tierra.
this bitch. And the girl just walked out, dummy.
Girl, I'm manifesting and meeting Tierra. I'm in Houston, girl. I already met Janelle. I'm going to meet T-Dog from the hood, bitch.
Okay, bye,
That's what
Ben.
I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so fast forward, Chef D and Darrell decorate Jonathan's room. This is really cute. I like the little setup.
It was really
Jonathan,
cute.
it was the guy surprised Jonathan with a birthday party. My favorite part was when they was all singing in the bathroom and Jonathan was in big ass fur coat with his bonnet on, smoking his wood in the tub. The tub was cute. I ain't gonna cap to you,
It
but
was
yeah,
really cute.
they did that. Okay, Jonathan states that he doesn't have a problem with Raz B. He just feel like the way that he had came at him or just came at in general wasn't called for, which I can understand. I definitely understand. Raz B comes to the house. So him and Jonathan talk it out. They squash
Let's
their
talk about the
beef.
outfit first. Let's back it up.
You talk about Raspberry,
Yes.
baby.
Mm.
Do you feel like Jonathan said he wrapped up because he got hit? Do you feel like that's what it was, or it was just his part of his outfit?
I mean, what other reason do you have to wrap yourself up in a picnic blanket
You right.
besides
Damn.
your face being beat the fuck up?
Mm,
And then for him to take the little thing down, he had a little scratch. Like you look
baby,
like a puff pastry. Put your mask back on. Put
put
your
it back on. Put it back on. It was on for a reason.
yeah.
Okay.
Don't show out now.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not giving. Especially because
So
he was a so actually, yeah, they talk it out. And
yeah.
let me know if there's more you want to say about their conversation. But for me, I felt like, okay, it made sense. Knowing now, getting to know more of Jonathan's character, I figured like something that I would do around my birthday. Like, I don't want no drama, so I don't give a fuck what you're talking about. Like, it's cool. Whatever it is, it's
Most
cool. It's my
definitely.
birthday. Yeah. And excuse me. Then when he said, or Raz B said that he wanted to talk with the rest of the guys. And he was like, oh yeah, and decide, like if they all want me to stay here. And Raz B saying that he doesn't have a problem with anybody. And I'm a little confused because he definitely needs to have his ones with Mo City.
That's what I'm saying. And now on top of him saying that he don't have a problem with nobody, that's not the point. The issue is who got a problem with you in the house because you acted an ass the last few nights. So I understand he put in his big boy pants on. He wanted to address the whole cast. I understand that, but I feel like it's gonna be one person that's gonna be like, no, you don't want
It
him back.
wasn't giving that. Like it wasn't giving that anybody was gonna say anything. But for me, it's like, okay, Raz B, you can be like cool with everybody and everything, but like you spaz out like that, but you don't spaz out when you're supposed to.
Right,
Because
right,
he
and then
definitely should have been like, I'm cool with everybody except Mo City. Mo City, line it the fuck up. Because why'd you hit me? Like,
yeah, most definitely.
why'd you hit me?
I feel that, but him. I feel like he's not gonna address that because, bitch,
He's not.
when Jonathan hit him, he didn't square up with Jonathan. You get what I'm saying? And like, I don't know. It's just I don't know. But yes, I do feel like that should be a situation at hand. Is it going to happen? No, I doubt it. But I also feel like that somebody is going to say shit, get their shit off their chest about how they feel last week. And they're gonna just move forward. It's the last episode. You get what I'm saying? I feel like them just knowing their personality, they all want to go.
They want
You
everybody to
get what
be
I'm
cool.
saying? Because
Yeah,
they
for
started with
sure.
their shit, they wanted to end the shit with all of each other type shit.
That makes
So
sense.
and so yeah, so Jonathan calls for a house meeting about
To talk about
Raspy.
Raz B.
And then there's the show concluded with it was a stare down for me. That was fierce. I said, "Oh, y'all sure know how to end the episode."
Right. I was like, so who's running up?
Okay, no, that's exactly what I'm like. Okay, so y'all all stared at him like, is somebody gonna run up or y'all gonna talk? Y'all just
And
gonna stay there?
I would love to say that it's not that I want these people to fight. It's more so that there's definitely some unfinished business. And I can understand wanting to end it on a good note too, though, because we know any other season with fights, but like baddies and shit like that, like it's so much harder to end an actual final episode how it's supposed to when there's so much going on. So I
Right.
completely get that. But it's definitely like, what is the stare down? Who's gonna run up? Who's gonna run away?
Girl, it was a suspense, just like how every good TV show they had to leave it with a cliffhanger. I love it.
Right, hang me.
So that's basically it. The next episode, what they go out for Jonathan's birthday, Adonis made him a customized Jonathan a customized alligator outfit, which was fire. Well, I mean, I just saw the pants, but that shit was fire. I know
That shit was looking good. Like the
it was.
material, then the pants. Ooh,
Mm-hmm. It was
that
the red for me.
crocodile.
Yeah, red crocodile, bitch. What?
Mm, where'd they get this at?
Child, can I put it in the order? I'm trying to sell you. But
I'm
yeah,
trying to croc with the dolls.
Okay, so basically, I want to say the last episode is going to be basically about Jonathan because I feel like it's still his birthday that day. They done
Yeah,
bring
it's
him an
like
RV.
club or his celebration at his shop.
But you know what? They in his hometown, so I understand how it can, how it's going to be. Again, I don't know if you noticed in the beginning, he's executive producer.
Yes.
So I could understand why you would end the episode about you and then you're in your hometown. It's cute. I really like
Mm-hmm.
that. But one thing I will say about Bad Boys Texas is that I want to see. Okay, I know I hate comparing this shit, but you know how Bad Girls Club they will always have a replacement ever so often. We only have one replacement this season.
Mm-hmm.
Last season, I don't think there was no replacements from what I know. No, okay, so they only had one replacement. Not saying that I enjoy
Oh, yes, they
the
did. They did have one. It was Jonathan.
yes, okay, I remember.
Yeah.
But what I will say is not that I don't enjoy the cast, but I feel like more people should have been brought in as a replacement. And the only reason why I say that is because okay, we see all these same people. Add somebody else to spice it up a little bit because they only had 11 episodes, which I
Mm-hmm.
can understand. I don't know how much. I think Bad Girls Club went up to like what 16 episodes, but they were long as hell. But yeah, so up to
Very
60
long.
episodes. But they had time to like get replacement because you get what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
yeah, so this episode was really cute. It was snooze fest. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It was definitely that. Next episode, I am expecting everything to be like copacetic and cute and cool. Maybe they'll perform their little song or something.
I
I don't
hope so.
know.
I want to hear that
I'll,
song that they made.
yes, I want to see them performing it. I feel like for me this season, just because I know that we're about to get to a wrap up, and of course we'll have like a formal wrap up with the last episode, but like I feel like there's just some people that I want to definitely see next season, and then some people that I hope that they're just doing what they need to do to amplify this platform
Mhm.
that they've been given by Zeus and Natalie Nunn and Jonathan, because some of them I really don't think really need to come back next season. Like, for example, I think Benga could come back, but maybe not much as a cast member, maybe as more like a host or something. I think he has more opportunities. I hope that he's like using his platform. I don't care to see him next season in the cast based on abilities, right?
Mhm.
Um, but I would love to see I actually would love to see Chef D back. Like his character, and I'm gonna say
Yeah,
character because I don't feel like it's
yeah.
the real him. His
Mhm.
character, like I like it. It works with like the vibe.
The
Carry
dynamic.
on.
Carry on out, nah. Mm-mm.
I
I feel like
mean,
he didn't do much. I feel like he didn't do much this season. The reason why I say that is because that one episode when he owed Chef D money, that was the only time where it's just like, okay, he got his little camera time. Anything else,
mhm,
carry on in the back. You get what I'm saying? He like behind the
yeah,
scenes. And my head is just like, okay, so what makes you a bad boy? I could tell Chef D, he a bad boy with them buckaroos. He get active. He might kiss ass a little bit, but yeah. Jonathan, girl, we already know about Jonathan. Who else? Mo City, he made it known
he's about
what
it.
you get what I'm saying? He made that
Yeah,
shit know. Banga, bitch, if you follow Banga on Instagram and saw his post fights and shit, bitch, you know why he got chose. And then I think he beat
yes.
somebody.
And
I
I
think he
can
got
definitely tell he's a bad boy. He gave Big Lou a run for his fucking money. He said, I want my
I
lick
think,
back.
but also I think he beat up somebody at the auditions, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I remember that. Yes, I remember.
Okay.
Like he was small and he just was like Scrappy is what they should be calling him. But
He was
yeah, and I love his
Scrappy
character.
dude.
Like I love him as him. I just
Mhm.
don't see him doing other things. Like he's not rapping. He's not hosting
But
parties.
wait.
He should be hosting. He should be hosting events.
He
And maybe
should.
that'll be his thing when he comes back.
I hopefully, not saying that he need a makeover or nothing, but I just hope that he'll bring more to the show instead of just playing it cool and all that stuff. Because I feel like he was very
Yeah.
chill the whole season, very very much chill until somebody messed with him, and he stood his ground. That's what I liked about him. He was like the black sheep
Yeah.
of the group, most definitely. Darrell, he needs to stay. He funny. I'm sorry. He needs to stay.
Period.
He needs to
Yes.
stay.
What would
Who
a
else?
house be without its mother? Mm-hmm.
Who else? Big Blue. Eh, yeah.
Yeah, I could do without him.
I mean, but the only
Um,
reason why I say that, is because I feel like he's more of a fashion girl that fights type shit. Like he put that shit on type shit. I feel like that would make him a
who, Big
bad boy.
Lou?
Yeah.
Okay, I still feel like I really didn't get to know him before he left. So I think
Yeah.
I do want him to be around. Like I want to get to know him more. So whether he's on the next season or whatever else he does, I'm gonna still be watching for him because he still showed that he has like dimensions to who he is. So I still want to see him in other stuff. I don't care what it is. If it's Bad Boys, I will be welcoming of that.
Girl,
Um,
he made a song. You wanna know what it's called?
no, I could
Do
probably
you have an
guess.
idea? Do you have an idea what he thinks it's
It
called?
might be called Wagwan.
And that's the name of the song. That's the name of the song. Child, I just want to hear him speak patois once, and then I'll believe it.
Right. Like I just need a whole sentence
I'll,
in patois and then I'll take it.
just because you got
Um,
dreads and you live in Florida don't mean. Anyways, Big Blue. Oh, okay, who else? Who else? I said the Rellz City.
Anthony, so
Anthony. Mhm.
I just wish he was there for Texas, only because I know that he would have made a lot of the events lit across Texas,
Most
right? Especially
definitely.
different locations.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I mean, with or without him, I'm sure he'll do fine. You know, he was already doing stuff before, he'll continue doing
That's
his
what I'm
thing.
saying. He owns a gay club. I feel like he don't need, if anything, he need Bad Boys Club for more exposure. And I feel like him being the last
Texas would
season,
have
him
been
being on
perfect. For him to be on
most
Bad Boys,
definitely.
Texas would have been perfect, but the other ones, it'll be fine. I'm assuming that it's gonna be Bad Boys East next.
Ooh,
And who are they gonna bring? And I think especially now with Chef Boyardee, with Jonathan, even though he's just, you know, like now he's gonna be EP, I feel like he'll definitely be more background. I think that there's gonna be more people from like the East Coast that we don't know yet, or like that are kind of like Adonis, right? Like a lot of people don't know him unless you know him, right?
why do I feel like somebody from Bobby I Love You Purr's gonna be on there next season? Why do I feel like that? It'll make sense.
That's that will work.
It would, but who?
I don't know.
I feel like
What
Island Boy
about the
will.
assistant? The assistant to the other roller boy.
He wasn't a cast member. He was an add-on. I don't think they're gonna put him up on there. And he from Atlanta.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't
I don't
know
know who
because
was
I
from the
didn't.
East Coast on that season or on that
I
show.
um that Colgate. He was from New York. He was like Queen Bottom, Top Bottom, Power Bottom. The one that Island Boy dragged into the pool in the first few episodes. The light skinned boy.
Oh, yes, 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 he is. Oh, he is a power bottom. Yes, yes.
I
Mm-hmm.
I still play that in my head every day. How do you let
What was
this
his
man?
name? They gave him a little name.
Yeah, Colgate. Because he
Really?
smiled. Yeah, because his
Okay.
smile was nice. Yeah. So it was Colgate and Island Boy. And
I think that
I
they
don't,
should bring back what was that guy's name from New York the first season? Remember, and him and Milan were gonna start their own Bad Boys, and Zeus was like, we are not affiliated with
you know
them.
about Rio?
No, the guy that hit Kirk Franklin's son.
The guy that hit Kirk Franklin's son.
He's from
Who
New
did it?
York, and he had the worst verse on the first season song.
He's from New York. Damn, I can't even think about
I
who he's
cannot
from.
remember his name for the life of me, but he had a show too.
You got a show too?
And he was like, "Oh, like I just need to know who you fuck with. You on their side or you on our side? Weird shit." I think it'd
Okay,
be spicy to bring him back, but I doubt
let
it'll
me
happen.
let me go back and see who you're talking about because now it's stuck in my head because I think I know
I
who you're
cannot
talking
remember
about.
his name.
Right, and it's just like, did he bring anything for to
Cause you remember,
Remember?
okay, he was only one of the two straight boys.
Oh, Curtis and motherfucking
See, because Curtis is the one. Curtis is cool. We like
Curtis.
Curtis.
I forgot what the name. I forgot. I know who you're talking
I
about. The
forgot the other
one.
guy's name. Good thing we forgot his name. No, don't look him up. Don't look him up. Don't look him up. Don't look him
Yeah,
up.
because he was weird. I didn't like him.
Yeah, it
On
was
top
definitely giving
from that
weird.
from that situation, on top of remember when they was judging strippers and stuff, he gave a trans woman 10, but he didn't know that she was trans, so he said he had to change his vote. I was just like, boy. Anyways,
It's too late now, no.
that's what I'm saying. It's too late. It's okay. It's okay.
But you know, my sister was saying like, you know, in New York, like, it is more common that, you know, motherfuckers gonna be like, so you gay or you not or whatever. But then I've also seen like where motherfuckers really just don't care because I feel like you shouldn't care. But either way, that shit was just weird. If y'all know what we're talking about, it was just some shady weird shit on the first season of Bad Boys Club, and the guy's not with Zeus anymore. I don't know what they're doing, don't care what they're doing. He's wherever Milan is. Milan's older than everybody.
Girl, the grandfather.
The
You know who
grandfather.
you know who I feel like they should bring back to the East?
Who?
Gunna.
Yes, period. What?
Bring
Not even
Gunna
a
the
question.
funk back.
Oh my God. And you know that they will. You know that they will. I feel like Darrell would not like support East if they didn't bring back Gutta. Come on now.
And then spice it up and put Bobby Lights in there too. Mm, hmm
Bombastic.
Spice it up and put Bobby Lights up in there too. Let me find out he's gonna fight one of his old castmates. Oh, that would
Oh
be.
wait, no,
Oh my
that's
god.
Hollywood. Oh, what if they did Bad Boys West?
Was they did? That's Bad Boys Los Angeles. They just stayed in Los Angeles though.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then they're definitely gonna do East. Because I was
Yeah, they
thinking Zell, but Zell has his own show.
yes. The bad South Central
Yeah.
Playboys.
Okay. So that was it for the show. We really talked about everything else.
We
So
did.
um we'll definitely be recapping the very last episode of Bad Boys Texas, whether it's this next one or the one coming after that. Either way, you know, we're gonna recap that. We're deciding on what show we're gonna replace this show with as it cycles out. Of course, we're preparing for Baddies East. Look out for our recap on the Baddies East auditions 1 and 2 because we're not doing one each. It's ridiculous.
Girl.
Um, and then also keep out for our recaps when they start dropping the fucking episodes. And we'll definitely start recapping some Now That's TV shows. That's definitely what we plan on replacing these ones with. So drop down in the comments what show you want us to recap from Zeus Network or Now That's TV. So with that being said, is there anything else you would like to say, Henny?
Thank you for watching. Now that's a recap.
And now that's a recap.
Perfect.
Bye guys, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned.